Good evening once again. I'm Sphere.
And I'm Jay.
You're watching the Green Premier League 2014 Summer Season laban sa pagitan ng team Azubo TPA Assassins at syempre ng Imperium Pro Team. Pero bago ang lahat, let's look at our schedule muna bago tayo mag-proceed sa game. And sige, wag na lang. Dito na lang ba natin tayo mag-proceed tayo ngayon sa ating banning phase. As you can see, nagkaroon na tayo ng banning kanina, Jay, Suzubo, and Pantheon for Team Azubo TPA Assassins. For team naman ng IPT dito, they banned out Kale, Jackson, Lulu.
That's
For
right.
the picks, mga kaibigan, we have Azubo TPA Assassins.
Yeah, alright, so on the blue side, we have Kassadin, Lee Sin, Brom, Tristana, and Gragas as the final pick of the Azubo Taipei Assassins. On the red side, IPT has already locked in Lucian, Morgana, Irelia, TF, and the last pick, I believe, was Elise there. So that's their entire lineup coming up. We're really sorry, but by the way of the day, we did come in a little bit late today. We did have to make some minor adjustments to our stream. Alright, so the game will start in a few seconds, of course. While we're waiting, though, will we have highlights? Alright, so we won't have any highlights, so we'll just talk about the lineup. So anyway, earlier this evening, the first game tonight was between Alright, it was... Yes, alright, so earlier, a while ago, we had TPA going against the Saigon Jokers, and the TPA did pick up another victory. Congratulations to TPA. This might be their second win. They are still undefeated in the Group B standings, and they're probably gonna, Group A rather, and they might even pick up another win against IPT. Hopefully, IPT can do something to stop the unstoppable TPA Assassins. And of course,
well, medyo baliktaran na kanila standing ngayon dito. Azubo TPA Assassins being the number one as of the moment sa kanilang group dito. Same with the IPT, number one, pero sila ay nasa baba. So far, wala silang panalo dito at ang team Azubo TPA Assassins ay wala pang talo. So it's all about parang David versus Goliath ang tinatawag natin dito. So we never know what might happen. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari dito. But looking at the schedule ng mga kaibigan, kanina nanalo ang team TPA. Gaya na sinabi ni Jay, same with NFL versus Saigon Fantastic 5. At ngayon, TPA versus the Imperium Pro Gaming Pro Team. Sorry. So, as of the moment, ano yung mga expectation mo, Jay, na possible na mangyari between these two teams? Alam natin lahat ng playstyle nila ay, well, knowing na ang IPT, this is the second season na kasali sila sa ating GPL. And take note, ang TPA ay sumali sa ating GPL since nung unang season pa lang na lumabas ang ating GPL.
Yeah, well, definitely, TPA is still looking as strong as ever, no? They're unstoppable, like I said a while ago. Not much really IPT can do about this, and I'm quite surprised he went for a standard lineup. I really expected IPT to probably pull out some unorthodox strategy against TPA if they even stand a chance of winning. But since they decided to opt for the standard lane, it will be very hard for them to go head to head with TPA, especially since Morning got the Kassadin, and pag nag-late game to, for sure, they have a strong early game with the Lee Sin and a strong late game with the Kassadin. So TPA, this is probably like a standard lineup for them right now. Picking Irelia in the top lane against Gragas is not that favorable since Gragas is very tanky. Of course, the true damage coming from Irelia's W skill allows her to penetrate some of that damage reduction. Yes. But still, sa taba ng Gragas, no, there's not really any way that I can Irelia win that top lane. And you can see both of them picking up the teleport. Most likely, they'll make more impact in the other lanes than their own.
Pero Jay, this is more interesting, we have the top laner na si Kaigo ngayon and Hero for the jungle. So nagkaroon sila ng swap lanes dito. Ang kanilang role ay nagpalit sila ng role dito. Hero will go for the jungle while Kaigo will go for the top lane. And we'll see kung ano yung possible na mangyari sa kanilang dalawa dito. Kung effective nga ba yung ganitong klaseng pag-change ng kanilang roles or mas mahihirapan sila, mas magiging bind sila sa laban na ito.
This is actually very reminiscent of last season din when Rebenga was still the jungler for IPT. They had Hero and Rebenga switch roles here, and looks like Kaigo will be doing the same thing as well. So let's see if Kaigo can do well in the top lane. We've seen him before in the previous seasons, even back in season 1 of the GPL, how good he is in the solo lane, especially when he was playing the mid or the AP carry role in in the first season of the GPL.
Pero alam mo, Jay, very interesting lineup for Team IPT dito, Twisted Fate for the mid lane against ang Kassadin dito. We all know kung gaano ka-effective si Kassadin once na mag-level 6 siya. Well, the same with Light dito. Ang possible lang niyang gawin against champion like si Kassadin ay once na mag-abot siya ng level 6, ay mag-groom kagad siya ng ibang areas, especially in the bottom lane. That's one of the most effective way to win a lane dito with a Twisted Fate. Dapat lagi ka gumang sa bottom lane kasi Bottom lane, we all know na kapag gumaka sa bottom lane, 2 champion will gain the advantage kapag nag-succeed kayo dito. While in the top lane, you have the top laner only. Pero, either way, it's still effective for you to gank any lanes dito. Kung saan ka man mag-gank dito, you have to make sure na you will have the advantage dito. Kasi kapag ikaw ay nag-gank tapos kayo pa ang natalo, it's very bad for your team.
Yes, that's right. All right, so of course, like I said, yung lineup ng TPA, no, they have very strong early game with Lee Sin and Braum here, and a very strong late game with the Kassadin and Tristana. The lineup of IPT is more well-rounded. They're pretty good in all parts of the game, but it really depends on how IPT can gain an early lead over TPA, and this is definitely something they will need. If they don't pick up the early lead in this game, definitely TPA will steamroll them at the end of the game.
Yes, so sa ating lineup mga kaibigan, for Team Azubo type Assassins, we have Gragas in the top lane for Archie. We have Wins for the jungle na si Lee Sin, we have Kassadin for Morning, we have Tristana for Bebe, at ang kanila support na si Jay. And welcome to the Summoner's Rift mga kaibigan. IPT naman, we have top lane na si Kaigu for Irelia, we have Hero for the jungle na si Elise, Alight for the mid lane na si Twisted Fate, Fear for Lucian dito in the AD carry role, Shadow for the support, at ang gamit niya ay si Morgana. We'll see what might happen dito in the bottom lane. I think Azubo type Assassins have the slightest advantage dito to go against the IPT. Well, one thing is because Braum is a very effective support role as of the moment. Actually, mula na lumabas siya, is one of the most efficient jungle as of the moment. Sobrang naging effective niya dito. Kahit sino pa ang kanyang kalaban. But against sa Morgana, kaya niya nga bang maging effective as well, like against any support role like the Thresh, Leo na dito. Pero kapag nagkaroon ng level 1 invade and they have Braum, I'm pretty sure that Braum, any team na may kasamang Braum dito can surely win the early level 1 team fight.
Yes, and looking at IPT's lineup, no, si IPT Shadow had struggles with using Thresh in the GPL League, but have been a little bit more successful with the Morgana, so that's the reason why he probably decided to go for that. And of course, it's very strong against Braum, with the Black Shield preventing and negating a lot of the damage coming from the skills of Braum, including the knock-up, and although the passive can still go through the stun, the other spells of Braum, the slow and all of that, can be negated by the Black Shield of Morgana. Alright, a lot of things coming from both teams there. Looks like they're both signaling they're near the bush towards the blue buff of IPT. IPT Shadow will probably try to land Dark Binding here. First kill landed from both teams.
Champion of Team IPT mga kaibigan. Ay nandito tinamaan ng gold card. Itong si Jay. But they have to disengage. I think
not a very favorable matchup for IPT if they decided to continue that. Yes. Even though there's 4 of them there, they are a lot more tankier and they have a little bit more.
I think just to be safe.
Yeah, and Braum's passive basically can hit on every champion there, which will give them more superior crowd control at level 1.
It's early point of time mga kaibigan in the mid lane. Twisted Fate agad ay umabot ng halos half ng kanyang HP. Against sa Kassadin, we all know kung gaano talaga kahirap lumaban against sa Kassadin. Pero ngayon, Shadow in the bottom lane as well, taking so much damage with that normal hit from Tristana and the passive skill from Braum. One hit na lang sana ay magpo-block na ito. However, in the top lane, we all know kung gaano ka-pressure ang lumaban against Gragas. Sobrang walang problema sa kanya pag-sustain. Very aggressive mga kaibigan. Jumping in, one more hit, and the passive skill of Braum will proc. And yes, a good battle plan coming from Team Azubo type Assassins dito. Jumping in, followed up with that second skill coming from Jay, and using yung kanyang first skill dito. So with that kind of strategy, they would have more advantage dito to go against your opponent. Kasi sobrang tikit na nila eh. Mas mabilis magpaproc yung passive skill Jay dito.
Another Q coming from Jay there, landing onto another member of IPT here. Morning being very aggressive on Light here. Light having to use a lot of those spots already. I believe he's on his last spot already against Kassadin. Kassadin is still quite healthy and hasn't used any of his spots yet, so definitely IPT Light has his work cut out for him. Wins right now, clearing the jungle there in the bottom lane. Morning will
here comes Hero mga from the backline. Volker connected very well. A miss to Kun. Just in time, he used that flash to get away here in the mid lane. Very good job for Morning dito.
Yes, so now Kaiku is dealing a lot of damage to Achi. You can see Achi going down to about 1/3 HP there. Will decide to disengage from that 1v1 against IPT Kaiku.
Alam mo yun, no, for the AD carries natin, ang daming option sa kanila to build up their items. And, actually, as of the moment, even though talagang nag-focus ka lang sa pagkuha ng items dito, mga kaibigan, here comes the rocket jump from Bebe dito. Napili na mag-flash out at gamitin ang kanyang heal. Itong si Fear. Here comes the rappel from Hero dito. Kumonek ang kanyang gold guard. However, here comes the Cocoon. And it missed out one more hit. And that Spider will kill a champion here in the mid lane. First blood goes to team of IPT.
IPT Hero Spider there picking up the kill. Oh!
Oh! Live will go down. A double kill for wins dito. That was
and a return kill coming from
not
TF.
so good for team IPT dito, but a good comeback from that turret dito here in the mid lane. So in total, it's a 2-for-2 exchange in the mid lane. I think, siguro it's a good idea to flash out, no? Since kahit saan ka magpunta doon, you will surely die against Alisin dito. However, I think, they both got the assist dito in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And surely that turret will kill him.
Yeah, I felt like the body block done by the member of IPT to save his comrade was a little bit of a bad decision there. They could have easily both tried to dodge that skill shot coming from Lee Sin instead of trying to body block that. And because of that body block, it gave Lee Sin to picking up 2 kills for himself.
Yes, and I think one reason is because, well, yun nga, nakita natin na nagamit na niya yung kanyang rappel in the mid lane. So, he had no choice dito but to decide whether he will dodge that skill or, of course, asaloy niya yung kanyang Sonic Wave dito.
You see here, Lee Sin waiting very patiently. Kaigo, I think,
one
might
body
be aware of
slam
this.
and the follow-up from Lee Sin if ever nagkaroon siya ng chance dito, but
actually, Gragas went for the door and no, they did before recently.
ooh! Both the jungler, mga kaibigan, na flash out from Kaigo dito but wins with his resonating strike. He managed to end up the life of Aurelia or Kaigo in the top lane dito. Hero, mga kaibigan, taking so much damage, almost half of his HP ay nawala. Sa damage output coming from wins dito. With those items, hindi pa niya nakuha yung kanyang recipe for the Spirit of the Ancient Lizard. But with those 2 long swords dito, somehow getting the advantage to go against any champion dito. With that resonating strike, Sonic Wave combo, you can surely dish out so much damage.
Yes. Definitely his build knows focus more on the kills than the jungle. Pero his hit does effectively allow him to jungle quite well even without that item. Alright, Braum has placed down some wards there. Or no, he hasn't, but it looks like he's trying to scout out, making sure that nobody comes to gank the bottom lane there, providing some protection for Tristana here. Achi here, going with 1 assist over the Irelia a while ago. Kaigo
That
being
true
very
damage
aggressive.
coming from Kaigo dito. Achi taking so much damage. Here comes Smith, mga kaibigan, from the backline, diving in, using that safeguard, and they will kill Kaigo once again. Taking wala ng ultimate skill. Si Kaigo dito, with that skill, mga kaibigan, with his passive tenacity, he will go down. It won't be enough, mga kaibigan, to save himself in the top lane. A good gank coming from Wayne once again. And sobrang obvious na with those items na inuna niya dito, getting the 2 long swords instead of focusing sa pagkuha ng kanyang Spirit Stone dito, talagang mapapansin mo na itong klase ng build na ganito ay pagiging aggressive na talaga sa laning phase. Very unfortunate for Light dito to back the bottom lane with this Destiny, but
no kills picked up, yeah. Alright, TPA BB picking up the double golds this time around. He doesn't even have his jungler to support him. He does see Shadow there trying to clear out the ward. He will pick up the ward before going there. IPT Light here, losing actually here in terms of CS versus Morning. Morning doing a really good job. Win will pick up another kill most
nice!
likely onto Win.
Dragon Strike, mga kaibigan. IPT Hero will go down once again. Grabing mechanics coming from Wins dito. And with that ward, that is surely to secure a kill for Hero. Patiently waiting for Hero dito to get his red buff.
Yeah, Morning landing.
Morning with his Rift Walk, giving a pressure against IPT Light dito.
Yeah, IPT has to be very careful, especially Lee Sin right now, like you said. Is camping very hard the jungle of IPT here. For shutting down IPT Hero quite hard now. IPT Light, I'm sorry, Hero already giving up 2 kills over to Lee Sin. gonna be very dangerous to deal with the Lee Sin as the game progresses, as he's already completed his Spirit of the Elder Lizard like you were talking about a while ago, giving him even much more damage output compared to a while ago.
1,000 gold difference in favor of Azubo type assassins, and at this point of time, 9-minute mark, wala pa rin kumukuha ng ating first dragon of the game. Nakikita natin dito na in favor pa rin sa Azubo type assassins if they manage to get the first kill dito of any turret sa any lanes.
Yeah. Actually, parang maaga yung Pasko para kay Achi this year, no? As you can see, he's doing really well in the lane right now. Giving Kaigo a really hard time here.
Almost getting his other pages dito mga kaibigan. Here comes the gang once again from mid. Kaigo takes so much damage. He will go down mga kaibigan. Here comes Destiny. An explosive cast. Here comes Destiny to the top lane. To camp Gragas, however, in the bottom lane as well. Here comes the Soul Shackle. They will end up the life of JT. To what a turnaround. Coming from the members of Team IPT. Top lane, one champion will go down. Dark Binding connected to Pepe. A good flash in, but no for fear dito. Wow, Pepe managed to kill a champion before. I mean, after that, he used his rocket jump para makapag. Wow, what a mechanics used by
yeah, the flash actually saved his life there. I thought he was gonna go down for sure with that heal coming from IPT here, but no, it wasn't enough, and IPT maybe
light mga once again, thanks so much damage against Morning. A good flash out, ako good connected to Morning dito, one more hit, and hindi umabot from Hero. Really good job for Hero dito with his rotation, no? Napakaganda ng kanyang counter gank from Wind, but actually Wind as of this moment got his Ruby Stone, and malapit na siyang kumuha ng, I think probably will go for the side stone.
Yeah, and even though TPA is sort of winning in terms of lane pressure right now, somehow IPTs are able to keep the gold difference quite close. You can see here, it's only 600 advantage for TPA, and Win's, the pressure that Win's applied so far hasn't affected the game that as hard as I thought it would. Alright, you can see here Morning waiting patiently in the bush here. He will go really hard on Light. Light will still survive that, of course. Oh, IPT Hero avoiding those skill shots coming from TPA. TPA going very aggressive into the jungle of IPT. You can see how annoying Kassadin is in the mid lane. Really applying so much pressure to Light. Just drifting, walking in and using his skills all onto Light as he backs away.
Have to worry sa kanyang mana sustain dito. With his W, he can surely generate all the mana that he's been using sa mga pagkakataon. Oh. Wow! Here comes the Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike combo, and the Dragon's Rage from Azubo type Assassin's Wings dito to end up the life of IPT Light. A good team coordination talaga from the mid lane and the jungler of Team Azubo type Assassin.
Yeah, and looks like I think TPA should be able to take this tower down. I really doubt IPT Hero can do anything to stop this push. IPT Hero should back away from this to avoid giving up any kills here. Irelia will be joining Hero in the mid lane. A tower has been destroyed by Achi in the top lane. A ward being cleared by Morning once again. Definitely, TPA is starting to show their dominance in this game. IPT has to respond now while members of TPA are going back to base. Here, Kaigo going back to the top lane here and will clear the minions here. No problem for him. First dragon of the game going to probably IPT here if TPA doesn't stop this. So far,
teleport mga kaibigan from Gragas dito. Kaigo still wala siyang teleport. Yes, first dragon of the game goes to Team IPT. Here comes the initiation from Morning dito. Rocket jump mga kaibigan. Buster shot for Light dito, and Light will go down. A good proc of that. Static shield to champion from Team Azubo type Assassin. I mean, IPT dito will go down. It's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Azubo type Assassin. One dragon for IPT.
Yeah, TPA couldn't do anything to stop the dragon, but they did opt to pick up the kills after that dragon fight, and IPT, being outnumbered, decided to back away, lose 2 members, and the gold lead retains at 2.3k in favor of a TPA.
Kaigo have to at least take the first turn in the top lane dito, but he's calling back home para mag-restock ng kanyang item. and regenerate some of his HP.
Yeah, and somehow what TPA is doing right now is really shutting down IPT very hard. They're gonna lose their third tower of the game in favor again of IPT here, and IPT will continue to lose towers. Now, if IPT do not respond with any towers, as you can see, none of TPA's towers have really received any significant amount of damage, and this will be a very big problem for IPT as TPA starts invading their jungle. IPT Light trying to clear the wolves right now by himself. Should give him a little bit more gold here as the mid lane is being pushed by the members of TPA. Actually doing the same as well in the top lane. Hero has to be careful. A ward being placed down by TPA there. Jay there.
Actually, Jay, kung mapapansin mo, no, in terms of CS difference, pantay na pantay halos lahat ng lanes dito. Ang pinaka nahihirapan na sa kanila in terms of CS ay itong substitute fate in the mid lane. Well, we all know kung ano yung trabaho ni Light dito. Talagang gumaknang ng ibang lanes using his destiny. And as soon as he got back sa kanyang lane, he could at least get enough of his CS para makabawi sa kanyang goal dito. Mga kaibigan, IPT Shadow taking so much damage. He will go down. A good resonating strike, Sonic Wave combo coming from Winds dito. That Dark Binding won't be enough to save Shadow. Face check. Dito sa jungle natin.
And TPA just really, like I said, controlling the jungle of IPT. IPT has nowhere to go. 4-man push here in the top lane. I don't think IPT can contest this tower. They'll probably just give it away. And there, another tower for TPA. TPA really showing strong signs of movement here. Dominating the jungle now of IPT. IPT has nothing now. Basically, they're being starved to death now in their own jungle, and this is really bad time for IPT. Spider will be sent out by Hero. Doesn't catch anybody. They are able to get back their raid camp from the members of TPA. Actually, I think did pick up the double golem just a few seconds ago, but IPT still has to be very careful about this. Oh, there's a ward there, so I think I could jump onto Achi here. This might be a kill pickup. I don't think Achi has anywhere to go there. Ultimate being used by Achi to push him away, but still goes down to the rest of IPT. And now a pink ward being cleared out by TPA Morning there. TPA Morning doing a really good job here. Another ward being cleared out. 2-1-4 on the Kassadin. This is definitely a heavily fed Kassadin this early in the game.
Yes, 2-1-4 this point of time. It's a very dangerous Kassadin. 2-3-2 naman score naman for this dito natin. Here comes the open from Hero. Arapel! Hindi nag-connect! Wow! That was very unfortunate dito for Hero. I think he mistakenly click yung kanyang rappel sa ground. If ever na na-target niya kay Tristana, surely natatalon yun dun. Kahit malapit o hindi itong Tristana dito eh. But that...
I just like to point out that Kassadin is going for a straight Deathfire gas. He did not go for the usual gear, which most Kassadins do, or a round of H's. Normally they go for Catalyst to add some HP. Morning is on basically wants to go on a killing spree so early in the game that he decided to go for a DFG right away.
Well, one thing that for Kassadin dito is because kapag meron na siyang Deathfire gas, wala siyang problema sa pag-initiate ng mga teamfight dito. And I think if ever na makaipon siya ng gold dito, like another 1,660 gold, you have to use it for a Zhonya's Hourglass instead of getting an item like the Deathfire gas. Kasi alam naman natin lahat na itong Deathfire gas ay pang sobrang aggressive na champion. So, knowing Kassadin, he is a champion na using his Rift to, kailangan pumasok. What if siya kagad naman full force into yung IPT dito? So, magiging useless yung kanyang Deathfire gas. So, at least, siguro, should have taken
We'll have to see.
Yes.
If he's very comfortable on the Kassadin and he's confident, I think he is very comfortable on the Kassadin. As you can see, he didn't even build any mana items here. He's relying on the blue buff solely for his mana regeneration. And so far, he's been doing a really good job. Jay getting caught by the cuckoo.
Hindi umabot yung hit from Bebe.
Yeah, and actually IPT Hero getting stunned as he repelled to the air. And Tristana did proc the passive. Kassadin will pick up the blue buff of IPT here. Like I said, this is probably the reason why Morning didn't build any mana regen or mana items. because he knows that IPT will control.
Oh! What a damage coming from Azubu Taipei Assassin dito. Here comes the ultimate skill from Brom, and they will be the 2 champion from Team IPT. And to end it up, 3 champions from Team IPT. One na Azubu Taipei Assassin dito, and a good rotation going for the Dragon. Second Dragon of the game.
Yes, going to Azubu TPA here. Game is already 19 minutes, almost 20 minutes into the game. IPT is still holding on here, but they are definitely starting to lose this game really quickly. You can see the goal lead has jumped significantly in the past 10 minutes here, and now the goal lead is more than 7k or about 7k in favor of TPA.
One simple mistake ang nangyari for IPT, and that gave them a lot of disadvantage sa laban na ito. First, I think yung pag-face check kanina ni Shadow
or actually,
top lane.
Siguro nag-start siya sa unang dragon pa lang eh. Nung unang dragon, they gave up 2 kills. And then TPA was able to pick up 2 towers right after that. And then they pushed another tower after the dragon. So talagang sunod-sunod lang ginagawa ng TPA. Never back down sila. Very aggressive plays coming from TPA.
Here comes the Q connected once again to Hero dito. Wheels will dive in, and that Dragon Rage managed to end up the life of Hero in the top lane. Sobrang sakit ng damage output na meron si Wins dito with his Hex Drinker and his Spirit of the Elder Wizard. Actually, with the Hex Drinker alone, enough na yun para mag-dish out ng sobrang damage sa laban na ito. And even though he is an AD carry champion, I mean, siya ay champion na, well, melee AD carry, at least, dapat siya mag-build ng mga defensive items dito to win against your opponent. And like the usual, CNC, meron siyang Giant's Belt. Here comes that binding connected to Jay. Wow, that shield! Halos walang damage dito ang binigay ni Twisted Fate ni Morgana.
Yeah, and right now, TPA still in the jungle of IPT here, holding IPT back. IPT trying to catch somebody here, but without any luck yet so far. IPT here has to be a little bit careful where he's located right now, and right now, all 4 members of IPT are here near the mid lane, trying to make a big play here while Tristana is split pushing. Looks like he'll decide to join the rest of his team here. I think they will be able to pick up some kills and possibly the third over IPT.
That to you, coming from both dito, is at least giving the pressure for IPT.
There we go, Shadow getting caught
Layo
by...
kasi ng reach nun eh.
Yes.
So at least one hit
Tsaka,
dito naman gagawin
both
sa
teams are very mobile. I mean, Lee Sin, Kassadin, Irelia, Elise, Lucian, Tristana, they all have some sort of jump. And because of that, it's really hard for IPT to get back to the game by catching any member from TPA. Pink ward being placed down by Fear, clears out another ward there. Minions are being pushed. By the way, the only outer third left for IPT is the middle one, which is the second tier third right now. TF using his ultimate right now, spotting the members of TPA, seeing that nobody's actually out of position. They're all in their side of the map and picking up objectives and minions as well.
That is surely to check if merong Baron na nagaganap sa laban na ito. So with that, Destiny
down now.
Hindi nila nakita na, I mean, walang Baron na nangyari sa Azubu Taipei Assassin. So, Jay, no, very interesting for Fear dito, getting his Infinity Edge. So just like, ang bid ni Swes dito, actually, kay Wargets West, it was with the Druid King, he almost goes Blade for Illusion. It's quite surprising talaga ng sobra.
Yeah, and Tristana actually doesn't have any life steal except from the Darn Sword. Darn's Blade rather. 2 Darn's Blade giving him 6. I'm not sure, maybe Druni has another 3, giving him a total of 9 life steal. Or even 14.5 or 15.
That is enough actually for a champion like Tristana dito. Especially when naging-critical siya. Mas malaki din yung lifesteal na nakukuha sa kanya dito o nalibigay na nakukuha niya sa opponent every time na naging-critical siya dito. Yeah. So right now, 14-5 score. Goal difference is around 9,000 in favor of Azubu Taipei Assassin.
TPA controlling the map very hard right now. IPT are just basically fighting for to stay alive here. About to be 24 minutes now. Another ward being cleared by Achi here. TPA playing very patiently, surprisingly. They could actually go for this right now. Looks like TPA maybe doing working on that tower right now with his long range here. Nobody from IPT responding to this. Tower down to about less than a quarter health here. Maybe should pick up this tower after the next minute. Alright, it's basically a standoff right now. IPT still standing, defending that middle turret. I'm sure. Actually, IPT TPA really playing very, very patiently. Jay landing that skill. IPT here will get stunned on top right now. Will come down here. Very messy team fight here. You can see Lucian using his ultimate. The calling will go down. A double kill for Kassadin here. TPA and BB gets a triple kill for himself and an ace. They could actually go and push this tower, no problem here. Actually will tank up the tower for them. And probably take out another tower as well. He should be able to tank this up. Still has a lot of HP.
They can surely get this inhibitor turret during the mid lane. Ever na walang magde-defend from IP. But the Shadow will respond and will try to catch up here in the mid lane. However, they decided not to go for that inhibitor.
Yeah, TPA playing very conservative, surprisingly. No?
Sobrang aga, no? You should have just get the inhibitor first before calling back home. But yes, just to make sure that no one from Team IPT dito ang magpupunta sa Baron. Right now, they are recalling back home. Here comes Destiny from Twisted Fate dito, trying to catch up dito against kay Bebe.
Oh no, this I think might be a very bad idea for IPT.
Not so good mga kaibigan for Team IPT dito. But
let's see if they have enough damage.
If ever na makuha nila to,
here comes Lee Sin will probably attempt to steal here. A nice dark binding coming from them. TPA going down really low.
We can surely steal this Baron if ever. Na hindi magkaroon sa problema dito. Win! Managed to stole that Baron. And 4 choppers from Team IPT will go down here. Fear being chased down by Morning dito. And it's
GG.
an ace.
I think that's GG now for them.
They can surely end this game
Yeah.
straight to the Nexus.
They got Baron buff.
Naman pumilit sila dito. Yes, they still have the Baron buff. But without their AD carry, would they be able to end up alive from the Nexus dito?
Looks like TPA Baby is just enjoying the game right now. You can hear pushing the top lane even though they can already end the game.
It's too early to be honest. Level 13 Twisted Fate. Level 12 Lucian dito.
Yeah, BB has decided to join his team already, but one tower will go down for TPA here. There we go. Tristana has finally joined his team. I realize I've been really hard. We'll probably go down to this.
Shackles, 2 champions, but you know, time base not got caught. While 3 champions, 4 champions, IPT will go down. IPT line, mga kaibigan ay naiiwan dito. So, he is the only one.
Oh, he took down Tristana as he got knocked back by the buster shot from Tristana, but that's not gonna be enough. Here goes IPT line, probably will go down to the season. Whoa!
You can survive the laser dito. And that gave them another kill. 29-7 score by the end of this game. And it's a win once again for Team IPT.
Yes.
Very good job for Azubo Taipei Assassins.
That's right. So unbelievable game coming from TPA here. Again, TPA, no surprise, still undefeated this season. They only have about 3 more games, I think, before the end of the season. And they probably will pick up another 3 victories here. Nobody looks like can stand in their way in the Group A.
Very interesting match, no, mga kaibigan. Azubo Taipei Assassins versus the IPT. Let's look up at our match stats for today sa ating laban between the Azubo TPA at ang IPT.
Yes, alright. So, looking at the scores right now, you can see Azubo TPA Morning here going 8-1 and 13 on the Kassadin, going full damage. I'm sorry, he didn't go for the DFG actually. He went for Rabada Death Cap rather.
Like
Void Staff.
I've said kanina.
And decided to go for this item, which is Morellinomicon, which reduces any healing effects. Like so,
It's actually all about kung ano yung mas makuha mong goal dito after you recall back home. So, with that item alone, with the void stuff dito, yung kanyang Morello Nomicon, yung kanyang Rabadon's Death Cap, this Kassadin is a very deadly champion dito. 8-1,
yeah.
13 scores throughout the game. And actually,
TPA was just very sure that they could win this game. They didn't even build really any defensive items here, except for the Raduin's Omen from Lee Sin, of
actually,
course.
the MVP of the game was Wins.
Yes.
It's actually Wins. Talagang ganda ng performance niya dito, roaming around the map, almost lahat ng, halos lahat ng mapa dito. And I think
He
ang bottom
basically
lane
shut
lang,
down IPT Hero. Every time that IPT Hero was gonna gank,
bottom lane
he
lang
was there
actually
ahead.
yung kanilang pinabayaan dito is, I think one reason is because they all know na kaya ni Bebe and Jay na mag-survive in the bottom lane. And actually, bottom lane is their strong point dito
Yeah,
every
Bebe is
game.
still, since season 2, grabe talaga yung performance. Never going
Consistent.
Yeah, he's just so good. I don't know who's gonna contest him, especially in the Southeast Asian region. Probably Bebe is the best AD carrier at the
Actually,
moment.
yes, Bebe is the best
Until
AD
now,
carry.
basically.
But, well, sa dinami-dami ng mga summoners na lumalabas ngayon, we have Archie, na? We have, kung hindi siguro nag-move si Chowie from the AD carry ng Singapore Sentinels dati, he could still be one of the most, actually one of the best AD carry dito sa ating Southeast Asia region. But yet again, congratulations, Team Azubo Taipei Assassins winning the second game for tonight. Actually,
Yes.
that is their second game. Pero yan yung third game natin sa ating GPL. Kita-kits tayo ulit after a few minute break. Laban mamaya between NFL. I mean, sorry, I think
right.
the next
NFL
game, NFL
War
versus
Gods.
the War Gods.
Yeah, by the way, there's still 2 more matches tonight and both of them War Gods will be playing. So stay tuned lang kayo.